Today our lesson is about fractions on a number line. We can use a number line to compare fractions. On this number line, we have it broken up into 8 equal sections. Remember, when you are counting, you want to count in between, so you know that that is one section, and therefore this is 1 out of 8 sections. We go all the way up to 8/8, which is 1 whole. So here's our problem. Justin ate 2/8 of the pizza. Leon ate 5/8. Who ate more? We need to identify 2/8 on the number line, and this is Justin. And we need to identify 5/8 on the number line, and that's Leon. Now when thinking about a number line, we have to remember the farther right you go, the larger the number. In this case, the larger the fraction. So who ate more? You're right. It's Leon. Here's a number line. It has not only the improper fractions, but it also has the mixed numbers. Remember, when you can change an improper fraction into a mixed number by dividing. For example, 8/5 means 8 divided by 5. We know that 5 goes into 8 one whole time, and we subtract that 5 with 3 as our remainder. So we take our remainder, and that's the numerator of our fraction, and the denominator stays the same because we haven't changed the size of the pieces. So we can use this number line to also compare fractions. Here's the same number line, which is larger, 2 3/5 or 7/5. You could change 7/5 into an improper fraction, or excuse me, from an improper fraction to a mixed number, but we have the number line to look at. So here is 2 3/5, and here is 7/5. Since 2 3/5 is farther to the right, we know that 2 3/5 is a larger fraction. Using the same number line, let's look at this situation. Is 9/5 of a cup of sugar enough for a recipe calling for 1 2/5 cups of sugar? Well, here is 9/5. Here is 1 2/5. So is 9/5 enough? In this case, yes, because it is larger than 1 2/5. We can compare fractions by using the number line. Use the less than or the greater than symbol to make it a true statement. Here we have fractions in the fifths. So I know I have to break up every whole into 5 parts. I see that I have 1 4/5 and 8/5. I know that 1 whole also equals 5/5. So I could start there. I could start at 0, but I won't be using any of those numbers. So I'm going to break it up into 5 sections, and then I'm going to have my whole number there. Then I'll go back and number the fractions. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be a whole number of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's a whole number of 3. Our improper fractions, if this one is 5/5, 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5, 10/5, because I know 10 divided by 5 is 2, 11/5, 12/5. I don't think I need these, but just to have them. And I also know 15/5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now let's put our mixed numbers in. We know we have to start with 1. The next one will be 1 1/5, 1 2/5, 1 3/5, 1 4/5. I don't need to go any farther because I have both of my numbers on the number line. Here we have 1 4/5. Here we have 8/5. So which one is farther to the right? That's correct, 1 4/5. So therefore, 1 4/5 is greater than 8/5. Write the fraction or mixed number that is represented by points A, B, and C. When we're looking at points on a number line, the first thing we need to do is to know what the number line represents. So if I count, I see I have how many sections between 0 and 1? 1, 2, 3. So I know I'm in thirds. So this is 0, this would be 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 1 whole. We could do 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 7/3, 8/3, 9/3, 10/3, and 11/3. 12/3 does equal 4. Our mixed numbers, which I'll put on top, I'm going to start with the 1. This would be 1 1/3, 1 2/3, 1 3/3. Oops, that would be 2, wouldn't it? Let's erase that. That is 2. Then we start with 2 1/3, 2 2/3, 2 3/3, which is 3, 3 1/3, 3 2/3, and 3 3/3, which is 4. Now it's very simple. Here we can say A is represented by 2/3, B is represented by 3 2/3. We didn't want the improper fraction because the problem asked for the mixed number. And letter C is represented by 2 1/3. Into your notes, copy this number line, write the fractions and mixed numbers that is represented by each point. Go ahead and write down, first figure out the sections, and then write down the fractions on your number line. That's going to help you to figure out the points of B, F, and K. You may pause the video now. Use a number line if necessary. Write the problem and the answer into your notes. You don't have to copy the words down, but just write down the fractions to show the work. Sheila lives 2 4/5 miles from school and 12/5 miles from the gym where she takes gymnastics. Is Sheila's home closer to the school or closer to the gym? So show me some work and just write a sentence or two to explain your answer. You may pause the video now, and this is the last part of the video. Have a great day.